What's up, team? So, as promised, I'm doing another tutorial, and today I'm covering Black Adam. One, one matchup that's considered to be one of the most tough for Killer Frost, and I don't really think that's the case with that MU. And why a lot of people lose with Killer Frost to Black Adam or whatever character there are, is because you're going to be laughing at me, but she's a difficult character. And she is difficult because she is not a rushdown character as many people play her, and she is not a zoner by any means, because her ice spike doesn't really touch people off the ground. And that's her weakness. She is totally vulnerable to jumpers, and that's why people tend to think she's bad, switch to bad girl. Killer Frost is not rushdown. She is a reactionary character. She is meant to punish mistakes. Everything she has complements to that cause. She has awesome daggers, that go through armor moves. She has slide that goes under a lot of stuff. That's really good for punishing back there. She has great anti-airs. She has great interrupts. She has awesome parry, one of the best, if not the best in the game. Probably the best, actually. So everything she has is uh, screaming that she is not, she is a punishment character. And after playing, a lot of games like Tekken, Soul Calibur, and other, I know one when I see one. She is not a rushdown character. That's why you fail while trying to rush down with her. She doesn't have the range to do it. So she has this huge gap in her anti-air game against back jumpers that wouldn't let you rush down. And that's made on purpose because, and of course, her resets are OP. Okay, I admit it. It is. It's broken, but still, she is not meant to profit from rushdown. She is meant to profit from enemy mistakes, from putting them in a position where they are mistaken, and that's why a lot of people play, those post-slide game that allow them to. Probably the most profiting game is post-slide game because when you are on the defense, when people are trying to handle your stuff up close, so that's what Killer Frost is for. And I'm saying this because Black Adam is obviously a matchup. He's going to be airborne a lot of time, and you gotta remember that. Okay, so moving up. Uh, First tip I'm going to give you here is don't ever, ever, ever duck against Black Adam. Like, forget that there's a down block button. Okay, just in some cases you need to for footsies, for moving around, for not moving backwards, but just try to, it's a lot of risk. He doesn't really have any low moves. He only has down 3, which is hell unsafe and doesn't deal any damage, like 7%. So there's no reason to duck against Black Adam. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's really, really important. Can't stress how important it is. So okay, so next I recorded some stuff for you. Notably, it's back to 3 into back to 3. Okay, and as you see here, my forward 3 or forward 1, which is 13 frames, cannot interrupt because his back to 3 is +3 on block, and it's also 15 frames impact speed. So I cannot interrupt that here. But what I can do, see, slide goes under, and it goes under a lot of moves, like Superman forward 2, it also beats that. Probably because those moves are advancing towards each other and slide becomes sort of instant or something like that. So what is your options after blocking back to 3? It's basically the same as slide in that matchup, okay? You can, of course, you can parry. That's the most natural thing that comes to mind. But it turns out it's not the best option. If you really think he's going to push the rush down here, you can parry, of course. And it's good to use it once in a while because he will be obviously waiting to punish that, and that opens up another opportunities. But that's not the best option against offense. The best options against offense is slide, which really forces them to. They cannot backdash here, see? So it really forces them to either jump naturally or down 1, which is a common follow-up to the back to 3. So again, that you can do the following stuff. Just give me a second, I'll try to record that. Jeez, that's hard. Okay, down one. Finally. Okay, so of course you can slide here. I'm not sure if I did it correctly, but still okay. You can parry, yes. What you can also do is you can just watch my inputs here. Wait a second. See, I'm down, back, forward, 3. You don't really have to do down, but that's easier that way. So why would I do that? Okay, there's a really simple. Okay, I'll put it in parentheses. It's not that simple, but if you practice that, you can do it. Okay, so see if I slide here. Damn it! This is fucked up. Okay, see, I'm punished. So now I do the same thing, but I end up with dagger this time. I can actually see what's going on. If I see down 1, I'm doing forward meter burn 3. Actually, the forward is down for me here. I'm doing down, back, forward. So I only have to press 3 and meter burn, or 1 for daggers. So it's an option select of sort. In this way, you can both punish back jumps, and even if he does dive kick, he'll get hit. And also you punish down 1 naturally. It's sort of hard, so you can, do different stuff against jumps. So here I'm showing you other stuff you can do. If you read his jump, you can of course go into that. I showed you that stuff before. So it's a very damaging stuff for reset. So if you think he's going to jump, you can jump 2 or use those options, select options I've shown you. Or if he backdashes or tries to attack with the most move, you go for slide. And if he goes rush down happy, you can parry, you can option select like I showed you. So that's a very good situation for you. And basically it's the same after your slide. Okay, if your slide is blocked, you can go into that mind game. Of course, parry is easier, and I don't blame you for using that a lot of times. And also, it's good for baiting them. Okay, another universal stuff you can use after slide. You can do slide into meter burn forward 3, which is actually so good. I can stress how good her forward 3 is. So it will be throws, it will be sort of a mix-up with slide here, unless they're good at reacting to that flash. But they have a lot of stuff to worry about, so you can actually turn that into your favor here. They don't have a lot of options, so there's that options I've shown you. Option select, parry, slide, meter burn forward 3. Of course, you can always use your down 1 slide to just harass them and provoke a mistake. There's a lot of options you can do here, so use whatever you want, but remember you can jump 2 to beat their jumps, you can slide to get out of a lot of stuff they're trying to pull, like trying to punish parry attempts, like trying to backdash, etc. So that's good options to do. Okay. Now another annoying move, and probably one of the most annoying moves Black Adam has, is dive kick. So I'm going to show you here how you are going to do it dive kick. Okay. So there are 3 different block ranges you're going to have. You're going to block this dive kick, and if dive kick hits you on the neck or higher, you can punish it really well. Somehow I just drop that. Oh yeah. I'll just show the punishment. that's a lot of damage, and that's good, but you don't normally block that at that position, you know, that's really unlikely. So another block hate is everything that's above the knees. Everything that's above the knees towards her neck is not punishable. See, he can block it. And the lower dive kick hits, the more advantage there is. So what you do here, you have to practice your slide to be a reversal. If you do your slide as a reversal, Black Adam cannot jump it. He cannot jump it after dive kick, okay? I'll show you this right now. See, he cannot, okay? Try and lower. It works when he hits at the knee. It doesn't work here. So, also, depending on how high he lands, he cannot jump forward 3. It's safe, but he cannot jump forward 3 if it's really like above her chest. And if it's lower, he cannot jump slide. So you get 50-50 of that, of a block dive kick. So, okay, if he hits you below the knee, on the knees or below, it's safe, he can jump. So what you're going to do, you're going to jump too. See? And if you think he's going to jump, and then you go into your generic combo, okay? So, I don't know if it's easy for you to confirm, and it's going to take a lot of time to master, but you're going to need to do that, okay? Another thing you can do against dive kick, and you've seen people doing that a lot, you just keep your eye on him changing his angle in the air, and if you see him like aligning himself as an arrow towards you, like an 7 o'clock thing, you just go for a meter burn. Doesn't matter which you use, forward 3, back 3, it all works very well. And it's really doable. The more range is between you and Black Adam, is the easier it is to do meter burn forward 3. At closer ranges you have to, you know, but at closer ranges he really puts himself into a mix-up position or punishment. So, and even if he meter burned it, okay, so I'll just show it to you. You can of course do this, and even if you see I'm inputting my slide here, but it doesn't come out, so I'm safe. Forward 3, it doesn't come out. It's safe, so I'm not risking anything doing this defense, and you know, it's a really good option here. So practice that. It's really hard, and I know you're going to say, am I supposed to deal with that shit? Really? Yeah, you have to. That's injustice. That's one of the reasons I don't like this game. You have to put up with a lot of shit that's really hard, and the period you're going to take to master that stuff, to actually start playing this matchup in a way that it's 5-5 or maybe 4 favorable for Killer Frost, is going to take probably more than half a year, and at that point a lot of people will just quit, saying I'm not gonna deal with that shit, I'm gonna deal with the dive kick, I'm not going to have my slide punished every time because I just can't touch him in the air and I cannot do shit about his dive kick. So that's injustice for you, okay? You just deal with that. There's no way to do anything, to do it another way. Now I'm going to show you here that you can punish black magic on block from any range at all, and it's really easy. You don't even have to do that at a reversal, okay? You just have to see, I'm not doing that as a reversal, but it still works very well. So it's really simple, and that's one of the. And even if I see, even if he's trying to counter me by doing his lightning or doing his... He still gets more damage than I do, because daggers do 12 damage, and he cannot meter burn either, because I will hit him out of it. I'm going to hit him out of meter burn lightning with my daggers. He's wasting his meter and he's dealing less damage than I did to him, or maybe slightly more, because sometimes 2 lightning will hit, but the daggers will fly, and since Black Adam's projectiles are so slow, they will hit him out of it and he will lose a lot of life. So you can actually zone with daggers, and once he tries to, once you reach him trying to, dive kick you, you can delay your daggers and to hit him out of the air, or you can just bait it and hit it on forward 3. Okay? So Black Adam cannot zone you, cannot zone Killer Frost, so keep that in mind. Also, you have to... Black Adams love to do shit like that, okay? And no matter what he does, you have to block these lightnings on reaction. You have to learn reaction to that. That's another... Well, it's not really difficult, but that may take some time for you to do as well if you're a newer player. So that's another thing to remember, but that's not hard. If you find that hard, it's not really... It's way easier than the stuff I've shown you already, okay? So, you really outzone Black Adam. He really has to rely on his jumps, on his dive kick, and you just go and, against Black Adam, you just go and dance outside that range. You have to work on that range. So if you see him back 2, you can punish in between this, that, or slide, or... But you have to be quick. And, if you want to get in, you can get in with forward, this meter burn forward 3, you can get in with just, down 2, down 1. But actually it's about, baiting his mistake. All it takes. If he gets too close, you can mix him up. If he jumps, you can, bait his dive kick, you can dash in. There's a lot of stuff you can... against Black Adam you cannot double dash to, evade his jumps, because he has so much... His jump 2, as I've shown you before, it hits behind his back. And there's another situation involved here. I'll try to show you. So, Killer Frost has awesome down 2, right? You can anti-air stuff like no tomorrow. But hey, what the hell? What the hell just happened? Oh, I cannot anti-air that. Because at the right at the right distance from Black Adam, that shit happens. So there's no real way to deal with that, except for you can jump on reaction if you think he's, and it's pretty obvious when he's going. It involves no risk stall. He will not punish you for that. His dive kick is going to weave, and you can go into a mix-up from there. So you can do that, or if you're feeling really lucky, but that's hard and that's not really reliable, and that also requires insane footsies and insane positioning, and I'd rather not, because if you keep walking at him at that range, you'll just, you will just get hit by back 2, 3, and if you even if you preemptively jump at that range, it's still okay. You can still play that game with him. So I think it's a fair option, okay? And also remember to do that. It's sort of unique for Killer Frost, because damn it, I always forget how it works. But if you... I'll try to show it to you in multiple situations. You have a lot of time there, so it's just... I'm really good at that. I'm doing that in real matches, it's just I'm a little bit off. And like split legs a little bit. Okay. Oh, I was just not doing it right. Okay, sorry. I was just pressing forward 3 instantly, and you have to hold it for a sec. So it's not hard at all, especially if you anticipate it. It's really, despite the fact I dropped like 10 times in a row, it's really easy to do. I've been doing that for a long time now against my Black Adam partners, and they really hesitate to use that. Okay, so if he uses down one, which they also love to use, you're going to punish them as well. If they're going to use stuff Black Adams use against that shit, that's not going to work. See, it's too fast. So if he's going for down one trade, down one, you're still going to beat him. Or maybe not. Okay. But still, trade doesn't break your armor, so they might actually go for stuff like that, which is damaging. But it's still, you know, a good mix-up for you. Okay, so even if they do trade, remember, even if they have trade out, so what I'm going to tell you here, even if they have trade out, you can still. You see, trade doesn't break armor, so it's safe to armor through trade moves. Okay, so actually, what the hell? Maybe the recovery is different, because I'm pretty sure I could do that. Maybe I'm off. See, I just did that, but then I fell again. Maybe I'm late. I think it's possible to. Okay. Somehow. Well, that might take a while to figure. I thought that I can trade for 3 meter burn versus trade, down one trade, but well, apparently you can. Sorry for misinformation. But another thing I'm going to talk about, last thing, is that you can sort of abuse your reset against your meterless reset against Black Adam, and not that you really need a lot of meter in that matchup. You really need to have some to meter burn through dive kicks, but still he doesn't have a mix-up on wake up, so if you alter your sides, he doesn't know which side you're going to end on. And also, you see, lightning cage wouldn't hit here, so what you can do, if you want to punish it, you can just wait and then apply your mix-up, just punish that, or you can, if you think they're going to either cage or lightning hands, you can backdash and then slide to punish that. So it's your call, but there's no real reason to, not the reason, but how do I put it? That's useful to use meterless reset in that matchup, because he doesn't have a lot of options to deal with your wake up, and you can really confuse sides his own, and you can keep your meter. So it works in this matchup better than in some other matchups, so keep that in mind. Okay, so that's about all I want to tell you about Black Adam. Fighting him, I hope that's useful for you, and see you in the next video probably. Bye.